Why did you run? The question was a low growl against my ear, his breath hot on my skin. My husband, Jackson Wilder, had me pinned against the cold marble of the bathroom counter. His voice, usually reserved for sold-out stadiums and blockbuster movie lines, was raw, tight with an emotion I couldn't name. One of his hands splayed across the small of my back, pressing me impossibly closer, while the other tangled in my hair, tilting my head back. Water from the still-running faucet dripped each drop. A tiny explosion in the tense silence. I could feel the hard lines of his body through my thin dress, a stark reminder that this man, this stranger I was married to, was devastatingly real. His lips brushed mine, a ghost of a touch that sent a shiver down my spine. Tell me, Cassie. It started with a text from my best friend, Penelope. Vegas tonight, 18 male strippers are calling our names. I was already packing. I'm tired of trying to drain a desert, I texted back, tossing a ridiculously expensive, ridiculously small dress into my suitcase. You give up on your mission, I give up on mine. A beat of silence, then, deal, see you at the club. Our missions, handed down by a cosmic, all-powerful entity we called the system, were simple on paper. Penelope, who'd married into the Wilder family alongside me, was tasked with draining the fortune of the elder brother, the formidable CEO Dominic Wilder. My task was a bit more intimate. I had to drain the stamina of the younger brother, the A-list Hollywood star, Jackson Wilder, my husband. The problem was, Dominic Wilder was so obscenely rich that Penelope's lavish spending barely made a dent, and Jackson Wilder was so obsessed with his career that he never ever came home. 3 years of marriage, and I'd seen my husband more on giant movie posters than in our ridiculously large, ridiculously empty Beverly Hills mansion. How do you drain the stamina of a man you can't even touch? So, we were quitting, running away, trading our gilded cages for a night of cheap thrills. In Vegas, it felt like freedom. The club was a glorious assault on the senses, pulsating music, neon lights, and the distinct smell of desperation and overpriced cocktails. Penelope, having lost a game of Never Have I Ever, was now the center of attention. A circle of well-oiled men in tearaway pants was performing a rather enthusiastic grinding routine around her. She buried her face in her hands, pretending to be embarrassed. I leaned over, shouting above the music, "What's the big deal? Your husband's private parties are way wilder than this." "You're right." She dropped her hands, a grin spreading across her face. "If you can't beat M, join M." With a whoop, she jumped up and started dancing with them, her hips moving with a joyful abandon that I hadn't seen in years. Just as the chaos reached its peak, a wall of men in sharp black suits and sunglasses cut through the crowd like sharks. They formed a line in front of Penelope and bowed in unison. "Ma'am, Mr. Wilder has sent us to escort you home." Dominic's security detail, of course. Penelope's face went pale. She grabbed my arm, her grip iron tight. "Cassie, what do I do? If Dominic finds me here, I'm dead." I didn't hesitate. "Run." I shoved through the bewildered dancers, pulling her toward the back exit. We made it to the alleyway, hearts pounding, only for her phone to ring. She answered, and I watched her face crumble. "Cassie," she said, her voice small. I can't. He's already transferred another 10 million to my account for the inconvenience." She looked at me, her eyes filled with a mixture of apology and surrender. "He just gives me so much. I can't leave him. I'm sorry. I think I'll keep trying." She ended the call, and before I could argue, Dominic's Bentley Mulsanne pulled up. One of the suits opened the door, and she got in without a backward glance. The betrayal was a sharp, bitter pill. So much for sisterhood. I was on my own. I didn't go back to our empty mansion. I checked into a penthouse suite at the Bellagio, the one Jackson's black card paid for. Without even blinking, I sat on the plush sofa, sipping champagne, the vast expanse of the Vegas skyline glittering before me. On the massive flat-screen TV, Jackson's face appeared. He was in a fantasy blockbuster, playing a wickedly seductive elven prince, currently luring the heroine back to his enchanted forest for what the script delicately implied would be a night of procreation. The live comment stream scrolling at the bottom of the screen was on fire. That jawline could cut glass. "The heroine is one lucky woman. Build me a magical forest, Daddy. I volunteer as tribute." "Yeah,